Baltimore Ravens on the road at the Houston Texans. This is out to 5.5 now at most shops in favor of Baltimore. 46.5, the prevailing total out there in the industry. We talked about how the Houston offense has looked pretty clunky, Mo, and then now you go down Tank Dell. So now it is Nico Collins and everybody else. And with the way that Houston has been calling plays and slowing basically with these first down runs with Mixon, leaving Stroud in these like second and third and longs every single time. And now his options are even more limited than they were before. Man, I don't know. I have a tough time. Even at the big number, I have a tough time backing them. What say you?
It's big, man.
Yeah.
It's getting big.
It's big.
I mean, I think this was like 3.5 last week. So I'm a bit surprised there's this much market confidence in the Ravens coming off the weekend when they played a pretty good game against the Steelers. I mean, I backed them, but I thought that the defense wasn't very good, to be honest, given what the Steelers had left. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have Houston in my account. I mean, it's just getting too high for me. Plus, you have a couple of maybe concerning. I mean, Zay Flowers for sure. I'm wondering what that situation is. I don't know if he's actually hurt or if this is a rest day or what's going on. If these were estimated practices or what, there should be more clarity tomorrow. A couple of Texans offensive linemen as well, though. I mean, it's been a mixed bag for this Ravens offense when they face some of the stronger defenses. They're great at flattening the worst of the worst. The Chiefs and Eagles pretty well stonewalled them. I think the Browns, when they were healthier, they did a good job too. On the other hand, they shredded the Broncos. So there's been some good and bad. I think Lamar has had success versus that defensive system. We saw that last year when he crushed the 49ers pretty handily. I still don't know if I can get to 5.5 on the road here, though. I mean, Tank Dell, he hurts, but he wasn't providing a ton anyway. 48 yards per game, 3 touchdowns the entire season. The only thing, honestly, that's stopping me here is I just don't know what motivation Houston has. I mean, they're just basically locked into their playoff seed. Ravens are fighting for the division. I don't know. I'm hoping basically that it's just like they have kind of the Dolphins syndrome where they want to come out and prove they can beat a good team.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of look at this, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's going to be my next question to you is Ravens do kind of have that everything to play for thing going for them right here. Whereas Houston, I mean, I guess you could paint a picture where you move up to the 3. I mean, you're not getting the 1 or 2, right? I mean, yeah, I guess you could tell yourself you could move up to the 3, but that's probably not very likely either. And so I'm not saying you get a half-ass effort out of them or anything. Like, I know players play and all of that, but you do have the Ravens who it is a pretty big deal for them. It is a pretty big game for them. Lots of things that can help them out in this. So that has me held up, man. That's kind of like my thing here, where I think you can rah-rah this Ravens team to a victory. I know it's got to be 6 points, but I wonder if you can just kind of win one for the Gipper type shit for them in this game.
I think with the Ravens' propensity for big plays too, this could maybe be a spot where you just look to see if Houston has any success on the first couple of drives. Maybe it's 7-3, something like that, and you can get Ravens, minus 1.5 or whatever, and then you pounce in that spot because they can turn the game so quickly with the way they play offense.
Let's look really, really quick while I've got you here, and let's see what Mixon's number is because, again, this is another pass funnel defense. Very tough to run against, if you're going to go path of least resistance is through the air. There's a market high of 66.5 on Mixon out there. That's not high enough for me to go under. I was hoping this would be in the 70s to go under. That's a good job, books. That's like right. That's appropriate. That's a good line. That's a good line. I can't take advantage of that. That said, like you said, maybe after a couple of drives, you can kind of see here if they're doing like this whole run him into the line for 2 yards and then passing twice after that, then maybe that's something we can look at here live on that one.